Happy
Hi.
Thursday. It's Thursday. We're going to wait for Carrie, our fabulous social media person, a minute to pop onto Facebook. And our fabulous producer, Leah, already has us on YouTube. So, hello, YouTube. Good to see you today. It is a cold, rainy day.
It's
Um,
bad. It's so bad today.
it's so bad. Oh, Leah, Carrie's saying it's not connected. If you can quick go snag it. There it is. Yay, now it is. It is a cold day. In fact, I got out my mug. That's my Seattle mug. Well, you don't want to see the lipstick side of it. But yeah, my Seattle mug. Because in
Yeah.
Seattle today, it is freezing and you have no idea
It's
it's even
bad.
remotely spring.
No, it doesn't feel like spring. It feels like fall. And I was talking to a friend this morning and I was like, it's fine. Like April showers, I get it, but it doesn't need to snow. Like it seems excessive. It
Just
seems
sprinkles for
excessive.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Just got to
pass.
throw in a little snow. We're good. Snow makes it more fun in April. Come on. Almost May.
Worst.
We're not talking about
Worst.
that. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so true. Okay, let's see if Carrie. She said it's not connected. Now it is. Not yet. Leah, would you just work directly with Carrie for 2 seconds and figure that out? There seems to be a little bit of a technical difficulty. We'll give her a minute to find it. Yeah, but it's not a bad day for an install because,
No, I'm
just
inside.
saying. At least it's cool out there. You're not
Yeah. I'm
dying
like,
of heat.
it's better than that time that I did an install and it was 120 degrees in Phoenix.
I will never forget that. You
I thought I was
seriously
going to die.
best ever. Di's like, how did you live in this for like 8 years? And I'm like, I don't know. I thought it was pretty great. And she's like, people could die. I'm like, well, yes, technically, yes, it does happen. And I don't want to make light of that, but there's also air conditioning. Like, maybe we should talk about the air conditioning for a minute.
Was so bad. And I just was so ignorant on how to like handle the heat too. And so it's like I left my phone on top of the dashboard when I was trying to like go somewhere and my phone almost exploded because it was a zillion degrees. And I was like, all right, lesson learned there. Like, don't do
Yeah,
that.
you
And
really
like
have
putting it in the
never.
fridge, like, what?
It's so true. You've never lived in Phoenix and or Arizona until you've had your phone say too hot, shutting off for
Yes.
safety.
Yeah. I'm
And
like,
you're just
that's how
like,
my
wow.
emotional feelings feel. Like shutting down
Yeah.
for safety. Not doing this.
It's a Thursday. I've just had too much today. Shutting down for safety. Just shutting down for safety.
Yeah. Sober.
That's awesome, Ty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so why we wanted to do this live is we wanted to be able to take you guys live and show you what the inside of a completed project is looking like
Hmm.
and give you some
Yeah.
context for a project, let you see what it is like. So let's
Hmm.
back into this. I know there's your preview. So we started this project over a year ago, I want to say. And this started out as like
Hmm.
truly a basement. This was a
Yeah.
basement of a multifamily property. So if you think your multifamily properties cannot be saved, they can.
Hmm.
It was actually a multifamily property built after the war. Di, describe what it looked like before we got our hands on it.
It was rough and ready. It was literally like a spooky basement where you have to go do your laundry, but there's a golf cart and like all of the fun and friendly spiders live down there, but also the terrifying ones. So it was a great footprint, but it was like, I'm sure we'll put up some before and afters once we're all done with photography, but like, I was like, this is going to be night and day. Yeah, it
And
was
it
rough.
is night and day. It's night and day
It
thanks to
is.
Di finishing it out today. And
Oh.
I'm sure all of our lovely designer friends out there understand this, but I love it when people say, "Oh, you work in interior design. That must be so magical." And they think that like the getty up behind me is the norm. And then they're like, you're
Nope.
like, no. What's the norm, Di? What would you tell friends and
The
family who think we have a glamorous job?
The glamour part of our job is in the photography and the project. I am disgusting right now. I've been awake for a really long time. I've been running around town in the rain. I've been like trying to like tweak pictures and like standing on chairs. Like my shoes are off. Like I'm sweaty. I'm disgusting. And I'm like, my hair is in I call my stress bun. Like it started down. And I was like, this is going to be a great day. My hair is done. And by, like hour one, I'm like, get out of my face. Like
I have stuff to
I
do,
need
and
it
you're
up.
not
Yeah.
helping. Not
Yeah.
helping.
So
Okay.
it's fun, but it's intense.
Yeah. It is intense. I think if you're doing it right and finishing out projects and seeing what they really bringing them to completion, I think it's so fun to
Hmm.
see a project come to completion because it's the realization of all that work. But it's
Yeah.
kind of like the last mile of the marathon. It's
Exactly.
pushing it over the finish line.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm dying to see this because I haven't seen this either, y'all. So I want to know what this looks like. Walk us through, Di. Explain what the spaces are and what we did to make them look amazing. I can't wait to see this.
Okay, let me see if I can get my little camera to turn around.
Perfect.
It
We're
did
there for
when
that.
we weren't in the frame on frame, so I don't know if you can switch me.
I wonder if we can switch you. Let me take you out of frame on frame and see if that makes a
Yeah,
difference.
if you don't
And
mind.
yep, go for it. Go ahead and try it now.
Nope,
No,
so we're gonna do it this way.
we're going to do it the old fashioned
We're
way,
going,
folks.
so try my, so when you first walk in, like that, where I was standing was the front doors. And
Yep.
so we have like, this is where they're gonna do like their POP and any like um,
Yep.
marketing materials. And then they have their office desks
Yep. So fun to see.
and then like a seating area.
This looks so much better. Okay, so if you can pan back a little bit, you will see that there's some electrical panels which we could not move. This used to
Right.
be the room that the golf cart was parked in, just to give you an
Yeah.
idea of how the world can change. So this
Well,
was the
that
golf cart
and
parking.
yeah, and it's too is like a visual merchandiser. And when you're on site doing this stuff, like you kind of have to be able to roll with the punches too, because during construction, like in an ideal world, like all of those elevations make sense and everything fits perfectly. But then, like, once you actually get to install day, if something's off by like 3 or 4 inches or 2 feet, like your whole plan, you really have to think on your feet. And it's still worked and it's still beautiful, but you have to make adjustments. Like the painting, for instance, on our renderings, it was horizontal, but
Mm,
because of a window and like a beam that was to the left, it had to go vertical. So it's like it was
yep.
like a great little happy accident, Bob Ross style.
There's
So
so many
we
happy accidents in the world of design, I feel like. The key is to make sure that your clients know that they're just happy and don't mention that
mhm.
accident part. Oh, this looks
And
so
then we have
good.
to show you the wallpaper.
So much fun. I can't wait to see the wallpaper. Yeah. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, what a difference. And just the fixtures, just having beautiful spaces. Art. Obviously, this needs to be moved into, and they take over next week.
Hmm.
I love the
Yep.
windows and how those turned out. We dropped glazing into the offices. So, trying to maximize whatever daylight there is. There were some little clear story windows, and we're allowing the light to flow through those, through this glazing into the offices to try and maximize, which, what a difference. Does it feel so dramatically different being there?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like from rendering to reality is it always looks just so much more luxurious in person because you get all of those rich textures. And the cool tech part of this is that they have them on motion sensors. So it's like dark
Nice. We did some
and
sustainability efforts.
yeah.
I'm here for that.
And then when you walk into the space it pops on. So
That looks so good. Absolutely love seeing
and
the
then
art
this
on that
little
wall.
kitchenette area, more glazing.
Love it. Storefront. It's so cool to see the storefront inside. I just think it adds so much. Yep, gooseneck faucet. Like this is actually a break room you'd want to come spend some time in and hang out in, I feel like. Like you'd actually want to
Right.
take a break in that instead of like the spidery mess we inherited, for sure. That was like a whole nother
Yeah,
animal.
like before.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
we're losing you.
And then there's this tiny little
Oh, do we got die back? There we
going back
go.
towards the Wi-Fi.
There's the vignette. Love the vignette. Nice little sitting area where you can take a phone call
Yes.
without everybody finding
Yeah,
you.
so it's like like it's just like a little cozy spot, but
I love this. I'm here for every part. Okay, I want to wrap it up, but talk to me about lessons learned as we go back. And I think for all the designers on this call who are saying, that looks like a lot to bite off, a lot to do, a lot to whatever. And one thing we do is lessons learned after every single project. I mean, what can we
mhm.
do better? What didn't work? What do we need to change? If you're not doing that in a firm, do it in your firm. It's not a reflection on you. It's how to better serve your clients. And we're just laying it all out here for you now because you're here. So So lessons
Mhm.
learned. What did we learn on this
Mhm.
one, Di?
On this one, I think we learned the importance of being flexible with perfect case scenarios versus the reality of this scenario because both are beautiful. And so it's our job to be able to, like you said, absorb that feeling of stress for our client. So the client never really feels like, oh, is this going to be bad? Like, no, it's never going to be bad, right? Because we know what we're doing. Eighth rodeo, third state. So we're able to pivot. We're able to make something beautiful out of what we've chosen because we know how to be flexible and that I think was just a good reminder on
Yeah.
that. And then
Yeah.
just communication, with your GC, how important that is, and with your construction managers, why that's important. And we were able to really get this over the finish line quickly because it's important to have that turnaround. So I'm thankful for the team here on the ground too that we've been able to work with, and they've been amazing. So
I'm so
get them
glad.
their new
Yeah.
leasing.
Get them their new spot in the world, which is going
Yeah.
to be great. Yeah, I think
Hmm.
the big one here is communication. Communication is everything. The communication
Hmm.
between your architect, your GC, your designer, and the end user. The end user is
Yeah.
everything. They
Everything.
inherit whatever
Hmm.
you've created. So coming back to that form and function, looking at this, I think you hit it out of the park. It looks delightful. They've got a new spot to call home. No spiders. Great
No more spiders.
light. Natural light, bright
Hmm.
light, beautiful spaces. And also,
Yeah.
the colors are in
The
line
color.
with the corporate brand, which is exactly what we want to see. And so they have a new
Hmm.
place literally to call home 40 hours a week.
Yeah, and we also
Amazing,
tied it
amazing.
in with the exterior as well as the model unit. So I think that's important too, to create that cohesive look. And then once we move into the gym and the other resident amenity, we are going to tile this together with the same color palette. So
Love and adore. Thank you, Di. So good to see you. Safe
thank
travels. And thanks
you.
for sharing the joy of that space. So fun to put it together.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, guys, about what we did, or you want to see more, or you want to learn more lessons with us, come along for the ride. Come find us on all
Yeah.
the socials. We would be happy to hear from you. In fact, we love hearing from y'all. So have a great day. Happy Friday Eve. And thank you, Di. Another job well done. Go Colorworks.
Thank you.
Bye, sweet lady.